Come on a journey with me, Bree Lawrenson, where we talk about the stories behind the scenes in the music industry. Grab a drink or four. This is your front row ticket in to the distillery with me, Bree.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. I want to first apologize to our listeners. We are getting this episode out a little bit late.
Yep.
Bree and I both have had COVID for the better part of almost a week now.
Yeah.
And it's been taking a toll on us, that's for sure. So we haven't been able to record, and we weren't able to release the episode earlier this week, so we're releasing it now. So thank you for all the inquiries and the questions and everyone just checking in. So
Checking in.
We
This
are
is
live.
called the Coronavirus Chronicles.
Yeah. Well,
No.
it's our first
COVID
time.
Chronicles.
It's also our first time getting COVID.
that we know about. Yeah.
So since the pandemic in 2020, we have never had COVID.
That's right.
We've been dodging that like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix.
I know, right?
we've
We've been
dodging
that's been for like 3 years now.
Yeah. It finally.
So yeah, we've done it. We've done a pretty good job.
Yeah,
so it's our turn now, I guess. The rest of the world has had it.
Which is fine. I mean, it did hit us a little bit hard earlier in the week. I slept for about 48 hours.
Yeah.
Just trying, just exhausted.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for jumping back in and staying with us and staying with all these episodes. Please like and share. So we appreciate all your
That's
support.
the most important thing. Yeah. Share.
Yeah. And what we were originally going to talk about was
it was the story about how I got refused at the border.
yeah. But
That's what we were going to talk about.
we were going
right?
to talk about it, but again, we haven't really had enough time to kind of put together the notes behind the scenes.
Okay.
So we figured this week will probably be a bit of a shorter episode because
we're
again,
unprepared because we're sickly.
still kind of sick. So, and our son's been sick too. So it's been a very, very long week. But I thought we'd talk about is your Nashville trip coming up. I thought that was kind of cool.
That's the kind of the cool thing that has happened. It's given me time to plan my trip back to Nashville.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited about it, as I always am.
Now, before we jump on that, though, let's talk about Zane's first lullaby. That's available exclusively to our Patreon members.
That's a great idea. I wrote a lullaby. I didn't ever think I was going to write lullabies or kid songs or
That's
kid
cool,
music.
though. That's awesome that you would. Was it easy for you?
Yeah, it was very easy. Sometimes that you just can't help writing certain songs when they come to you so easily.
Yeah. Is the tone different?
It's more of like a lullaby melody. It's like a la da 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 da, and then it just kind of ends like the way it started. So it is kind of like a nursery rhyme,
So as opposed to.
the songs that I usually write they have like a verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. This is more just like
bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, this is more just like a simple little tune that you can hum along to. And yeah, you can hear it exclusively on my Patreon. You can even, so what I'm doing with my songwriting and my voice notes and stuff, I'm putting a lot of them on Patreon. And this is stuff that I don't share with people. Like I don't even send some of my producers these work tapes. So, or people that I've worked with in the past that I trust and that know my voice well enough. So it's a very intimate platform. If you join me on Patreon, you'll get all those little work tapes and little ideas and stuff. So yeah, the lullaby is there, and you could download it right to your phone even or your computer.
That's wicked. That's wicked.
I gotta make sure I register
it.
it.
Give us a little preview. Are you able to give us just a 3-second snippet?
10 little toes in one button nose is one sweet button nose. So many I don't know. That's all I'm gonna sing. The rest of it is on Patreon.
Yeah, so that's wicked. Thank you guys very much for continuing the support.
Yes.
And checking out.
And on TikTok, I'm live on TikTok right now. You guys, hi.
I really love that. Those little sound clips that you do, and like, and then you're putting those on Patreon. That is such an awesome idea. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's really, it's because you've been doing that for years. All your notes and stuff like that.
I've got
everything.
so many voice notes
That's
on
amazing.
like I have like 4 different phones, and I won't get rid of any of them because they all have like voice
That's what I was
notes and
wanted
clips,
to
and
get at. Yeah.
I just have to make sure now I can just upload everything to the cloud or something,
that's
but I'm
right.
not very good at all that. But yeah, like ever since I was a little kid, even before streaming and internet and like cell phones, this is how old I am. Oh goodness. I had like a recorder with me. Like I would just sit there in my room and record my voice. And sometimes I would like wake up in the middle of the night and write lyrics on my wall. It's a weird process, the writing process. So yeah, I knew that I had that to offer, and I know that a lot of people are interested in like, how do you write a song? Like, what do you even start with, so on Patreon, I'm completely just transparent. You can ask me anything, and I show you all these cool little
That's awesome.
my process of writing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
That's really cool. But let's dive into Nashville.
yeah, I'm really excited.
As we record this, it's May 3rd.
Yep, it's May 3rd right now.
And you're
Yep.
going to Nashville.
So we've nailed the dates down. June 4th. Yeah, June 4th to the 9th. I'll be in Tennessee. I'll be in Nashville and in the studio.
And how many songs are you recording?
We're going to do 4. I'm going to do 4 songs. That's the amount that I did last time.
Can you give us the names?
Yep. So what? Flip Flops and White Claws. That'll be like the single, the big summer
That's
single.
going to be a good summer song. And I want to touch base on that after you tell us the rest of
Yeah,
the names.
because the story is like really
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
like how I wrote it and stuff.
Yeah.
So Flip Flops and White Claws, and then I wrote another song just recently called Cheap White Wine. Definitely, we're doing that one, and then another one that I just finished is called Hater.
Nice. That blew up on TikTok, 44,000
yes.
views, so that's awesome. Check that out.
Exactly. I just posted like a little clip of the beginning, and like the TikTok video blew up.
That's awesome.
So thank you guys so much for sharing that. I mean, it's a good insight on letting me know how people would like the song if they can relate to it, Just kind of testing your audience. And
So tell us about Flip Flops and White Claws and how this whole thing came about. Because
Flip Flops and White
the
Claws.
way this song was written is something nobody's probably done before.
Well, I don't feel like a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But yeah, I took my TikTok family with me to Nashville last year around this time. And we were live in the studio every day. And we were joking around when we were mixing one of the days. We were listening to the mixes in the studio. We're joking around because my flip-flop broke. Like, these are okay, but I wear my shoes into the ground. I wear them like there's no
That's
tomorrow.
true. That's
I wear them like I've never had another pair of shoes. So this poor flip-flop was on its last legs, and the little thing in the middle, like where the thong part is between your big toe and your second toe.
Yeah.
That part just came right off the
Son
top,
of a
like
gun.
came right off the sole. And I was like, I can't, walk around the studio in Nashville with like a torn up flip flop.
With one flip.
Yeah, so I actually had to go to the reception and ask them to get me a piece of. I said this is going to be a really weird request, but like, do you have any duct tape? And anyways, 2 of my amazing friends on TikTok who have supported me so much, they actually sent me money to buy a new flip flop, and they're like, "It's on us. Go buy yourself a new flip flop." And so I don't know. It was one of my friends again on TikTok that said we should write a song like about that, like flip flops, and And then I'm like, oh my God, and White Claws, that would be amazing. And then so,
What a great idea.
like, it was just an idea that came during that time, but we kind of held on to it for a while. We didn't do anything. We didn't write. It wasn't until I came home, and like maybe 4 months later, you know, I'm doing my live stream on TikTok like I usually do, and they're like, let's write that song. And I'm like, okay, let's write it together. I want my fans and my friends to be able to experience every single part of the process, because it's interesting enough for someone to learn. So we actually wrote the song on a live TikTok live.
How many people were in the live?
I think usually it's about, you know, anywhere from like 12 to 10
That's
to
awesome.
5.
And all of you guys were pitching ideas.
Yeah, but these are
Amazing.
people that I've
That's so
developed like relationships with,
Yeah.
and I've never met before,
Yeah.
like in real life. But we have the same things that we love, and we talk about music every day. And I was like, oh, let's just write a song, and
That's
it was
awesome.
like the
Such a
ideas
unique
that people
idea.
have are awesome. Yeah. And that's what writing a song is. It's hard to write a song with someone you don't know and like be in a room with them face to face, because there's like this energy
Yeah.
that exists when you're physically with someone
Yeah.
that doesn't exist when you're online. And it's almost like you can be more vulnerable.
And more yourself.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So I don't-
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. I never really thought of that.
I just think
Yeah.
songwriting is such an organic thing, and it can be really hard if you force it.
Yeah.
But this just organically came out, and they're so excited.
That's
You know,
wicked.
and I'm gonna-
excited too. It's a great song. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Thank
to
you.
listen to the final outcome.
Excuse me. Ugh. Yeah. So we're gonna do that one in Nashville,
Awesome.
and it's like a upbeat
And
summer
you-
song.
And yeah, so this is that's gonna be the first one you release, obviously,
think
after
so.
you kind of get everything out. Because
Yeah.
that seems like a great summer song, right?
Yeah,
White
and since
Claw,
my
Flip
last
Flops,
single
and-
is Neon Nashville,
Yeah.
still, and you can
Yeah.
hear it all across North America on Sirius XM,
Yeah.
channel 171.
Awesome.
They are my heroes. They're my superheroes, and have affected my career incredibly. And I owe them everything. California Cab went to #1 a few months ago
That's
on
amazing.
Sirius XM.
That's amazing.
You know, it's cool. It's cool to know that I can just kind of keep doing what I'm doing and making a living.
So have you booked your studio sessions?
Yes. So I just got that all finished up today. I'm still like they're so great. They get back to you right away. And you know, I've always been treated respectful when I'm there, like a real artist, like a real client, like a real musician. There's no like, okay, little girl.
And how many?
You
so
know?
Are you in the studio every day then for 4 days?
I will be in probably so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Wow.
because
How does your voice feel after all that?
Yeah, it gets tired. Like when you're
Yeah.
doing I think the last time I went to Nashville, we did 2 vocals a day, which is probably like enough. You don't want to do more 2 songs a day, because you want your voice to be in the best place that it can be, in your like sweet spots. You're warmed up here, and you're like, you know, you're completely opened up. It's like being an athlete, but you gotta, you know, be on your game
And then
and warmed up.
So have you done your like the instrumentals and stuff already?
So no, what happens
gonna be
is,
done there,
yeah, and that
Because you can do that
that's-
from here, right?
yeah,
don't
like
know if you're doing
I
from
don't
here
have
or-
to be there
Yeah.
for the studio session players to make the song.
Yeah.
What I do is I send my work tape. So the way I would perform the song on my own, I send it to them as a voice note or a recording. So as like something you would hear on my Patreon.
Yeah.
I send that to them. Got to make sure I get a good one though.
Yeah. Takes a few.
I mean,
takes
but
sometimes.
these are guys in Nashville that do this for like every day. It's like there's like
Yeah,
a
they're
well-oiled machine, so
studio
they don't
whatever
care how bad it
workers.
sounds, because their job is to make it sound freaking amazing. So I send it to them. I send them a lyric page, And then I get to have a meeting with the band leaders, with the band leader, like the day before the session, or even through Skype. We've done it online a bunch of times. Actually, we did it online last time through Zoom, and I tell him what kind of feel I want for the song, like how commercial I want it to sound, how bluesy. You can even pick the instruments that you specifically want, the steel,
That's
the pedal,
awesome.
like the.
That's awesome.
You can do so much, and they just treat you.
They do
it like that, and they treat you like you're a paying customer. So, they treat you with respect. Even though I'm just myself, I'm like, I'm just a little girl coming in from Canada.
Well, I mean, you've been using the same company now for quite some time, so you guys have built a great level of respect for each other, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. I've sent many Canadians over to them.
Well, exactly. Yeah. And they do an amazing job, right? Obviously.
Yeah,
like
they do. And they're aware of the CanCon.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it? So they actually have one of the vocal engineers is Canadian. So I usually work with him because it's just better for the Canadian content.
Now, can you take us through like what's going to be a typical day? I think that'd be kind of cool for the
typical
listeners
day
to hear.
Yeah. In Nashville.
Like this is Bree on the loose in Nashville.
Bree on the loose in Nashville. Yeah, I just have to make sure I don't take too many fireball shots.
Yeah, that's right. Keep that fireball down.
So in Nashville, a day in the life of me would be I'll wake up.
This is what's at the day in the life in a few weeks from now when you're going to be down there.
Yeah, and it'll be June, so it'll be freaking
nice and
hot
down there, yeah.
Which is amazing. And this time I picked a place that has a pool so that I can hang out and tan if I want.
You should find a TJ Maxx and buy me Buffalo Bills gear.
Okay. A TJ, okay.
Isn't TJ Maxx like a...
It's like Giant Tiger.
It's like a Giant
Tiger,
a
TJ Maxx
Winners.
is...
It's more like a Winners.
It's amazing. I love
more like
TJ
a Winners.
Maxx.
Like it's, big racks of clothing and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Anyways,
it's really good
not
stuff.
Not to throw you off topic,
No,
but
I think it's
I
really
thought
good.
of that in my head, so I wanted to let you know.
And also there's Sonic that you're obsessed with.
Oh, I wish you could bring
They
me
wouldn't
back to
let me.
Sonic.
No,
I know,
you can't bring
wish.
food on the
I know.
plane.
Especially, that'd be a long time for Sonic. Anyways, back to your day in the life.
Day in the life. So I'm gonna wake up nice and rested. Hopefully, if I didn't,
you have to wake up in the middle of the night by a screaming baby.
No, thank God for that.
I'll take care of that.
You're gonna be doing that. And I, unless I've been honky-tonking a little too hard the night before, which I don't when I'm by myself. Only when I'm with some friends. And I think we are going to have like a TikTok meetup with friends and stuff. So there will be like a fun, I'll have to take some time to do that.
Good relaxation.
Thank you guys. We're streaming live on TikTok right now. Thank you, DJ Wolf, for the ice cream cones and the fire and the mics. You're so sweet. Grandma will also take Zany, she said. So, you'll have plenty of help. Anyways, I wake up in the morning, and I'll have my video call with the band leader, who is also I think he's like the owner's son. And he has played with amazing, I said to him last time I was there in May last year, I said to him, I want this song to sound like a Drake White song. And he goes, oh, Drake White. Yeah, I was just playing on his album the other day.
Wicked.
I'm
that's
like,
wicked.
Okay, so then you're perfect for this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly.
Wow.
But that's Nashville. That kind of shit happens all the time. Like when I walked into 3rd and Lindsley and Vince Gill is playing on stage and there's hardly anybody there. Yeah. It's amazing. But anyway, so I'll have my call and I'll get all excited because we'll listen to the songs that I send them. And then I usually send reference songs as well. So that's kind of the way that I write. Mm-hmm. I'll take a song that inspires me and then I'm like, I want to write that kind of a song. And as far as the feel and the production and stuff goes, I'll pick a song for each, a reference song. I'll pick Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton for like only the whiskey, and like that's how I kind of want, that.
So they know what to kind of.
Oh yeah, and so they kind of get the feel and the energy,
and the feel of it. Yeah,
and then tell them I want it really rhythmic. I want this. I want that. I get the freedom to discuss all that with him, and he's just so easy to talk to, and then I get really excited, and then we get off the call, and then I'll hang out, get a shower, get kind of awake, take my Uber over to the studio,
nice,
get dropped off by the Uber. I'll
do the Uber Escalade.
The Uber Escalade.
You gotta look good.
Tinted windows. Okay, this is Nashville.
Like no paparazzi.
Pulling
please.
up. No comments. No pictures.
Comments,
no.
Please.
And
talk to my agents.
Yeah. So once I get there, it's funny, like the Southern way. Everyone, and especially if you're a musician in Nashville, everyone's just kind of, oh, hey, y'all, especially all the
Everyone's
musicians.
Got like a calming presence to them.
Yeah, and they're on they're kind of just like on a passive vibe, but really nice and open. So I'll go in and then I'll start the session with the band. So there's usually 5 players. You could have 5 to 7 players. And we get in the studio. We all listen to the track the way I played them, and that's when I get really nervous because, these are Nashville musicians who are listening to me play my little guitar.
Yeah, but
on my silly little work tape voice note. But again, they're Nashville players. They don't judge. They don't care. Their job is to make it sound better.
Yeah.
So that's what they know, and that's what they do. So then they just start playing the song. It's like they played it all their lives.
Crazy.
So there's a numeric system that all musicians use in Nashville. And so it's not where they actually talk about the names of the chords. It's more like a 1, 3, 5, or like it's all in numeric. And so it's like a universal language that a lot of Nashville musicians use to communicate about the music. So it's amazing to listen to them talk about it to each other. And then they just play the song like they've played it for years.
And then you just pop in the studio and you sing?
And then so I'll sing. So I sing one take. So I sing one take with the band of each song. Sometimes it takes 2, so that's fine. But then they just keep that little, it's like a rough vocal just as a lead. And then they go over and they do their parts over again to perfect them.
Perfect them, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
But it takes
cool.
20 minutes a song. So I'll have when 4
guys
songs.
have been doing it for so long and been together for so long doing that, it just comes so easy to them.
Yeah.
And they can feel what the next person, what the guitar player is going to do. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
They have that
And I mean,
connection.
sometimes they don't know each other.
Oh really?
Either. But that's.
But music's, like I said, it's a universal language too,
yeah,
right?
that's as long as they have their chart in front of them.
Yeah, they're fine.
And they're instructed to, improv. That you have to set, these clients, they want to hear, the ear candy riffs. Like the hooks and the original little, hooks and riffs and on the side, like in between the verse and the chorus, but it has to also sound like it's never been done before.
Yeah, well, that's
so
it.
They're very
just
good
creating
at
new
just
things all the time,
being original. Yeah.
So anyway, sorry. So you
and then so that takes the most part of the day, or the half of the day, and then if my vocal engineer is around and he wants to do vocals, I'll do maybe 1 or 2. And then I'll just go home. So when you say
one or two songs,
you'll
finish them that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it takes, I like to have 4 days, 4 to 5 days, just to be able to, after you travel there, you need that time to relax,
rest and stuff.
Get there,
for sure. Yeah, well rested and.
Yeah, and then I'll be leaving really early on the Friday, so it's just that's kind of the day. I take it and I do the thing at the studio, and then I usually before I go home I stop downtown.
Yeah.
I stop downtown to have
some dinner or something.
To have a drink and listen to whoever's playing.
Yeah.
And I'll go
you never
to
know.
the stage.
That's
I'll
the
go
crazy
to
part, right? You
Jason
literally
Aldean.
never know who the hell could be playing
I know.
anywhere.
Yeah. And like these musicians are amazing. And it's just really cool to be in the atmosphere of it all.
That's awesome.
Especially in the summer. There'll be, like good street meat.
Oh man, I love the street meat.
This time now that I've got myself a nice spot with like a pool, I might just spend a lot of time at the pool. I don't know.
Yeah, just relaxing. Just relaxing.
I'm so excited though.
And where can people follow you on this journey to
Please follow
Nashville?
me on TikTok. TikTok. Instagram, YouTube. And then Patreon, you guys. I'm really trying to get the Patreon going. I want to thank my subscribers on TikTok. They've been incredible. I can't believe I still have all these subscribers. So any way you choose to support me or follow me is just wonderful. And just BrieLawrenson.com. That's it.
Awesome. So again, we apologize for this podcast, for this week's episode coming out a little bit late. Like I said, we have been dealing with COVID, but
the COVID Chronicles.
We are feeling a bit better. We're still a little bit tired, so we are cutting this one a little bit short. But as always, wanted to thank you guys for tuning in, for downloading, liking, and subscribing. Thank you, Tim, the producer, and
ciao for now.
Hopefully, get to see you talk again in a couple weeks.
That's right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.